All right, what's up, everybody? We're back to week 10, the Endgame Championship, Endgame Racing F4 Championship, sponsored by Endgame Coffee, of course, here at Laguna, Seca. And I am very excited to watch this track because, one, it's short, so laps are going to be pretty quick, somewhere around the 122s, 123s. As you can see on the left. And also it's just an over good racetrack with the corkscrew. Weather, of course, because we're in the desert, it's going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Right. Moving forward. Here is today's track. So, as you can see, pretty straightforward. A lot of elevation changes, but the big one is the corkscrew of turn 8. They're going to be going uphill through turn 6 into turn 7, and they're going to have to slam on their brakes, cut the wheel into a blind left-hander, which gives you a bit of a drop. You'll continue on your lap. So hopefully not too many crashes there. But also crashes are what makes it fun. Someone is spinning. Right there. Awesome. But anyway, last week's race, extremely exciting at Spa. If you remember, final last lap battle between Charlie Poulier and Stephen Cross, which ended up in Stephen Cross braking a little bit too late, giving the win to Charlie Poulier. These two are battling pretty much most of the race, swapping positions down the Kemmel Straight every single lap. If you watch the replay on that one, you'll see me switching and showing the replays and the passes every single lap. But let's kill that music and bring in the iRacing sound. Right. Oh my goodness. Doesn't count, right, that my trading paints wasn't on? Not until qualifying starts. You told me 2 minutes before, thank you. There we go. Alright, qualifying set to start in about 20 seconds. Currently Michael Hawkins and Gage Baum are the only ones out. There's Gage right now going across the start-finish line down into turn 1. Alright. So, let's see if this comes up correctly. There's Charlie. So, we're back to heat racing this week. So, of course, 10-minute qualifying, 2 or 3 laps, depends on the week. Then the race, then we have Heat 1, 10 minutes, Heat 2, 15, and finally Heat 3 for 20 minutes. this corkscrew. You know what? While we're on Mike Valiant, why don't we just watch his lap? So, into the final turn, Mike Ballion setting his first qualifying lap. Let's see how it goes. So you're going to go across the line, up a hill, down a hill, into the hairpin of turn 2. Ooh, looks like you may have had a bit of a lockup there. I was going to get on the power a tad later than you would think, move over to the left side to take the right-hander for turn 3. So now you're going to be flat out pretty much through turn 4, maybe a small lift depending. Going straight toward turn number 5, which is the beginning of the ascent up the hill. So now into a slight kink where the hill gets steeper, and now you are heading right for that corkscrew. As you can see, you can't even see it from that view. So it's pretty much blind. You're going to have to find a braking marker before the race during practice and figure out when you need to turn. So there's the dip down. You have to move right over to the right-hand side to take a long sweeping left, cut on the inside, move back to the left, as now you are in turn 10, heading straight for the final turn of turn 11. So a solid lap from Mike, except for that little lockup down into turn 2. And he's at the top! Oh, it was so close. So Ryan Winfeld with a 122.9, Mike Ballion with a 123.2, 10 slower. He was at the top for a split second before Ryan took it from him. So let's jump around. So here's James Graham. Just crossed the line, but his time didn't stick, so I don't know if this is the start of his lap or what, but let's watch him. So here he is going through turn 2 again. Down to the corkscrew. Sounded like he may have spun the tires a little bit on the exit there, which is going to be pretty common, especially with the heat. So that puts James Graham up to P6 right now with a 123.8. He is right behind Carl Ribbing, who set a 123.7. Meanwhile, however, Charlie Pullier is on provisional pole right now with a 122.282. Looks like Charlie's back in the pit lane. See if he'll do another lap. But here is Michael Hawkins, heading right toward that corkscrew. Mike Ballion takes second from Ryan. 122.692 versus Ryan's 7.00. Wow. So very close for the top. Well, second and third. Hawkins improves on his time. Looks like he does to a 124.5. Carl Ribbing crosses the line a bit quicker, moves up to 4th place with a 123.0. He decided to call it quits after that. Said, I'm done. No need to race. That was great. Let's see, is anyone still qualifying? Does not look like it. So here's Eric Hives, who currently does not have a lap set. Bit of a lockup there going into the corkscrew. Still going though. Eric Hives with the 126.5 puts him at P10. Not sure if he has another lap, we'll see. Still driving, so maybe. Oh, a little wide there. So that'll be it for him. Also, I didn't even notice, look at the time between between Gage Baum and Eric Hives. 0.001. So honestly, there's a lot of orange in this field, which means orange is within half a second, I believe, or 3/10. Maybe it's 3/10. Anyway, my point is that it's pretty close across the field. Ah, yeah, it's a half a second is orange, and then half a second to 1 second is yellow. So pretty close times. Right. What's a good camera angle? It's not bad. Oh, I didn't even do the grid. Charlie Pullier on pole, followed by Mike Valiant P2, Ryan Winfeld P3. So Charlie's been killing it all season, so I am not surprised. But if you look at all the results the last bunch of races, Mike Ballion is at the top in many of them, including qualifying. So we'll see if he can grab him this race. right, and we are off. Charlie just got a fantastic start, I saw. Ryan Winfeld also, as he takes the position from Mike Ballion. Now we're going down into turn number 2. See, Charlie's still in the lead. There's a lot of things going on, including Kyle McBride going up and down, fighting with James Graham. Currently now has him up the inside. See if he can hold on to it. Looks like James Graham taking the inside of turn 5. Kyle keeps the momentum to stay just ahead. Meanwhile, let's see what's going on into the corkscrew. Someone went flying off in front. Not sure who that was. Camera angle's not the best there, huh? So first lap completed. Charlie Pullier still leading, followed by Ryan Winfeld, who's up from P3, Mike Ballion, and Dustin Brown, who started P4, keeps P4. Meanwhile, however, David Courtwright is up 5 positions going into P8 currently. Oh, that is an explosion of, I think, Ryan Winfeld. Yes, it is. That was a very hard hit. Maybe we could see what happened to that in a few minutes. Kyle McBride making his way up to 4th place, up 2 positions from the start. Draft is down the front straight. It's not as long as some of the other tracks, but if you're close enough, it'll help. So it moves on the outside going to turn 2. Probably hoping for the better run on Dustin Brown. Dustin holds him off. Looks like David Wright also dropped. Right. Let's watch some things here. So Gage Baum went off the tracks. This is into turn 5. Oh, just loses the rear end. Does he hit the wall? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. And we have Carl Ribbing going toward the corkscrew. A little bit of a lockup. Doesn't hit the wall. That is incredible. Keeps it going. We have Michael Hawkins. He's going into turn 4. It's a little bit too quick. No harm. And this is, I believe, the big crash of Ryan Winfeld. So cuts to the left. Loose. Because of the dirt, gave him a little bit of steering input there. He tried to correct it and just unfortunately lost it. Alright, there's a couple more, but let's go live for a minute or two, see what's happening. And it looks like nothing has happened since I switched. So still Charlie Pullier in front, followed by Mike Ballion. And Dustin Brown up to Q3. Right, so we'll show David Courtwright. Here's his crash. So that's into turn 2, just lost it. spun right around. And then right around again. So I just see that Gage Balm also had an incident, so again into turn 2. Ah, it's a tough corner. Car just doesn't seem to like it. Carl Ribbing, even though he went off at the corkscrew that I showed, he's still in 5th position where he started. So hasn't gained, hasn't lost. Excuse me. Not much to talk about here, but everyone's kind of spread out a little bit, but one mistake will still mean someone's going to pass someone. I don't think we're at the final lap yet. 17. Where's the next? There he is. No white flag yet. I believe it should be white flag. There it is. Alright, I saw the guy waving it. Boston L's. Quick little spin. So that's at the corkscrew. See if we can see what happened there. Ooh. Maybe ran down the gears a little bit quick. Not fully sure there. Charlie Pullier rounding the final corner to pick up the win for heat number 1. It's exactly where he started, P1, followed by Mike Valiant, P2. And Dustin Brown up 1 position for P3. Here's Eric Hives up 2 positions for P8. And David Courtwright up 4 positions for P9. Gage bomb for P10. So Boston L's P11. Ryan Winfeld, we saw the horrific crash, lands in P12, and it displays Jordan Wheatman, but I don't believe he's racing. So now we're reverse gridding a little bit. So I'll put Kyle McBride and on pole position, followed by Dustin Brown, P2. Mike Valiant, who finished second, starting P3, and Charlie Pullier, who finished first, starting P4. So a slight mix-up, keep things interesting. Alright, there's the start for heat number 2. Kyle McBride with a fantastic start up the inside there. Great reaction time. Ryan Winfeld passing a few people at the back. Mike Valiant trying to find a slot up the inside, but Kyle McBride holds it down. Keeps him behind. Eric Hives and Ryan Winfeld. David Courtwright up the inside of Eric Hives. There's Kyle McBride and Mike Valiant fighting toward the corkscrew. Dustin Brown taking the inside line, trying to keep Charlie behind him. There's Mike Valiant again trying to take that inside line. Had it for a second, but Kyle is still ever so slightly ahead. Charlie Pullier up the inside of turn 5 on Dustin Brown. Ryan Winfeld, same spot, but able to save it. But Carl Ribbing, I believe, is going to be able to snatch right by him because of that. Almost touching, that was close. Kyle McBride was able to gain a little bit on Mike Ballion. 4/10 back now. We'll see what happens at the end of the straight, but if Mike can get a good exit, may have a shot going to turn 2. By the way, turn 1's considered this little pink right here. So here's Ryan Winfeld on Carl Ribbing. Up the inside of turn 2. Hawkins and David Courtwright now very close to each other. Meanwhile, up ahead, Mike Ballion's getting close to Kyle McBride. So now they're fighting going into the corkscrew. This is, yeah, I think Mike's gonna lift there a little bit. Kyle McBride goes wide, giving Mike Ballion and Charlie Pullier the positions. With a slight lockup, but holds it together, still leading ahead of Charlie Pullier. Totally different lines from the two, but Mike Ballion's line has been working out for him, taking that inside rather than swooping out to the right. So maybe he found something that the others haven't. Charlie with the fake dive. The mind games. I believe he has a run. Oh boy. Charlie able to keep going. Mike Ballion, he doesn't look too damaged actually. I'll have to watch that one back. Let's watch it right now. Alright, so here's Charlie up the inside. Mike Ballion on the outside. I don't know if Mike Ballion didn't give him enough room, but we'll leave that up to the stewards. The stewards is me, so again, Charlie with another race ban. So here comes Mike Ballion to the pits. Charlie's also into the pits, as you can see, has no rear wing. There was an incident with Eric Hives as well. Let's see what this is. Corkscrew again. It's quick lockup, spins the car, but keeps going. So here comes Charlie Pullier leaving the pits with a brand new car. As you can see, Kyle McBride is now back into P1. However, Dustin Brown is still right behind him. Brown seeing if he can take the inside. Kyle holds it. Now the other issue for Dustin Brown is James Graham appearing right in his mirror. So we got an interesting three-way battle with Ryan Winfeld setting very fast times, trying to catch up. So Ryan is in the back of this battle, slowly catching up, so I kind of want to check out his view of what's going on in front of him. That is a terrible decision by me because that dang halo. There's a lot of weaving out front. Dustin Brown now about a 10th behind Kyle McBride. So definitely putting on the pressure. Oh, and Kyle spins off into the corkscrew. Not sure what happened there. So that puts Dustin Brown in P1. However, he is consistently blinking around. So he'll pop in and out. Let's go see what happens. So that's after. He comes up to the corkscrew. Just a little too much speed there. So he's down to P6. While Ryan Winfeld on James Graham. Smooth pass into turn 5. But runs off the track again in the same spot, and I think I just heard a crash. It's like Valiant had another incident. Let's check this out. I just got on the throttle a little bit too early. That was not the sound I heard at all. So maybe someone bottomed out or something. But Michael Hawkins is now dropping quickly. Let's see if something happened to him. Corkscrew. His car is in the worst spot, pointing the wrong direction. But able to keep going. So back to Charlie Pullier. Now up to P8. 4 minutes to go. See if we can make up some places. there goes Charlie Poulier on the outside of Eric Ives. And James Graham actually just set the fastest lap of the session with a 22.764. So he's currently in P3 behind the train of Dustin Brown and Ryan Winfeld. Looks like Mike Ballion into the pit lane again. Not sure if anything else happened to him. I don't see any crashes on the log. There is the white flag for the final lap. So Dustin Brown has about a half a second, a little bit more, advantage on Ryan Winfeld. Ryan Winfeld has James Graham right behind him. So Dustin just needs a consistent last lap. He will take home heat number 2. Charlie Poulier just took the fastest lap. So Dustin Brown disappeared. A little bit of packet loss. He's still ahead, and he's back now. Oh, there's the noise again. Alright, so that's just someone bottoming out in that corner. So here's Charlie Poulier and Kyle McBride going into turn 5. Could not pass him there, so we'll keep an eye on that. Although here he comes down into turn 10. Oh, I lied, that's the corkscrew. Anyway, who cares? Because Dustin Brown wins heat number 2, followed by Ryan Winfeld up 10 positions for P2, and James Graham, up 2 positions for P3. I want to go back to this Kyle McBride and Charlie Poulier fight. And Kyle McBride able to hold off Charlie Poulier for P6. Not sure if that's a penalty. Oh my goodness. So not a great race for Charlie Poulier or Mike Ballion. Two that collided a little bit. But we'll see what happens in the final race, heat number 3, because Mike Ballion is starting on pole position. So did he take out Charlie Poulier on purpose because he knew he was going to start on pole position for heat number 3? And Charlie still starts P9, I think. But conspiracy theorists on Mike Ballion, have at it. I'm all for it. Hashtag fixed. Alright, 8 more seconds of the warm-up. We are on for the final race at Laguna Seca. It is no conspiracy. It's been debunked. Mike Valiant is actually starting at P11. However, Charlie Poulier is starting P2, so the conspiracy is on Charlie's side. Ah, I see what's going on. It even had me fooled. Dirty tricks. Dirty tricks. Alright, we are all set for Heat 3 with Eric Hives on pole position. And we're starting. Charlie Poulier and Ryan got a fantastic start, it looked like. So Charlie is already ahead of Eric on the outside. Charlie Poulier takes it away at P2. I mean, turn 2. Hawkins going a bit wide there. There's Carl Ribbing passing Eric Hives. Having a look at David Courtwright and gets it because David Courtwright, a small detour. As well. David goes a bit wide there, probably keeps the speed. James going to double line for the draft. I just saw Carl Ribbing and Ryan Whitfield very close together, but here is James Graham up the inside of turn 2. David Courtwright is still holding it. Hives wants to get in on the fun. He is right behind him, and Michael Hawkins even right behind him. So David Courtwright still ahead for now. There is Ryan Whitfield in the same turn he's been struggling with the last 2 heats. Unfortunately, it's hit again. Corkscrew, David Courtwright is still ahead. Eric Hives getting a bit loose. Michael Hawkins a run. He did get one. He's now ahead of Eric Hives. Dustin Brown passing Gage Ball to turn 2. fastest lap. Absolutely fantastic that multiple people keep taking it. That is David Court right around. Middle of the track as well. Let's find out what happened there. So turn 2, right on the exit, probably gives it too much gas, hard to tell from the angle, but spins it right around. And that is, I believe, Dustin Brown going off. Wanted to avoid him and definitely did. Oh wow, right when I was about to click someone else. So that was David Courtwright with another quick little slide up the hill. Seems to be okay, still going. So Charlie Pullier, 122.924. Carl Ribbing in third with 9.96. Consider that the same pace. But Eric Hives keeping it back. So I believe moved over to let him go. Figured, why don't we both save time? You're going to get me anyway. You got the speed. Let's work together, try to catch some of the guys in front. Positions to P3, 5. Oh. Loses it right away, almost like he came off the throttle and the car instantly started to slide. Something is happening. Dustin Brown appears to be stopped at the end of turn 2. See if he can get his car started. Oh, he cannot. Not sure if he had an incident before that, but it says he went off track, so this is not it. This is way earlier. So let's check if he just pulled over or not. Is that a collision with Michael Hawkins? don't know. Let's see if we can go back a little bit. Oh, interesting. I have no idea. Back, because it messed up everything. Well, no one's near each other, so let's try to figure that out. Ah, that's unfortunate. Never know. Hawkins with a quick 360 in turn 2, showing off for the fans. David Courtwright was able to get by him, moving up to P6. Deciding to use the corkscrew as a jump. That allows Michael Hawkins to go right by. Let's watch that one back. So going up the hill. He brakes a little late. Locks up. Saved himself from a spin, but that'll probably be a slowdown. See if David right spot back, but it looks like he went off the track. But also, Hawkins has. Let's see. Looks like he's been slightly right, but see what happens. There's been a few incidents between the two. Slide, David Courtwright. That puts him back over a second for now. It's David Courtwright pulling over. Let's see. This was into turn 4. So this is okay. So the one I clicked was last lap. So this is what just happened now. Decides to pull over. It looks like. Right. to Charlie Collier, leading by 6 seconds to Kyle McBride. Carl Ribbing is slowly gaining on Kyle McBride. It's about 8/10 quicker last lap. So we'll see if we can catch him in the next 3 laps, I think, maybe 4. Under second, so he should be in a very, very slight draft range. I'm talking about Carl Ribbing, of course, right? Slightly over a second behind. Looks like he was gaining. Now that's it. Charlie Collier with an off track. Ryan Winfeld corner. Yeah, so notice he doesn't cut the wheel to try to get back on the track, because if he did, he probably would have lost the rear end. It was very smart. Idea if he's waving it. Take a look at Eric Hives as he crosses the start finish. No idea. Great. Oh, there we go. I saw it. One more lap after this one. So Carl Ribbing is now a half a second behind Kyle McBride. Charlie Collier may have gone off the track again because he lost over a second. I think that was I'm not sure. There's the white flag, alright. So Kyle McBride just just has to hold out this final lap, which, after watching this entire race, will be fine. Very fast in the corkscrew. Just a couple more corners. While here is Charlie Poulier winning heat number 3. Followed by, I believe, C to the line. Yep, Kyle McBride taking P2, Carl Ribbick taking P3. James Graham, P4. Eric Hives, P5. Hawkins right behind, up 3 positions to P6. And I believe Gage, yep. So this will be P7 for Gage, up 3 positions. And the broken engine, absolutely flawless. All right. Heats 3 finish. Charlie Poulier taking first, Kyle McBride second, and Carl Ribbing third. Right, well that is all for this week. Next week we are at Imola, I believe. Still a heat race. But after that is actually going to be Virginia International Raceway. And that is going to be an endurance race. Take it easy, folks. See you next week.